So I started on the left one here. I haven't got started on the right one yet because I was just doing one at a time. And so I've got this one almost fitted up, and I realized that once I got it in, I can't actually push it all the way back as far as I need to. This is the maximum it goes. And so you can see is back here, it's hitting our top back stretcher. So obviously when I took the measurement for the drawer, the length of them, I forgot that our top back stretcher is actually thicker than where everything else is going to register, which is against the back panel. And so I made the top two drawers the exact same length as the bottom three, which is obviously incorrect because now we're hitting the top back stretcher. And so we're sticking out about 1/2 inch here, and there's actually a really simple solution to this. There's a few different ways you could solve this. One of them would be you could make a notch in the back stretcher. You could go in, with the compact router and clear out the material and then chisel it away. That's one option. The other option is you could just take the material off the drawer, thin it by 1/4 inch on either end of the drawer. That would also be one solution. And so the solution I'm going to go with, though, is I'm just going to cut off the top dovetail here. So it just means I ended up cutting, a couple extra dovetails than I needed to. A little bit of wasted time. If I just taken, 30 seconds to remeasure the top section there, it would have saved me a little bit. And if I checked my cut sheet, that definitely would have saved me because I know for a fact that I remember, checking against my drawings, I now remember that the top drawer is shorter than the rest of them. So it's going to be a really easy solution, and it'll add the bonus of now these drawers, I guess, are 1/2 inch longer than they were supposed to be. So we did save a little bit of space. But yeah, all we're going to do is just cut down that top dovetail there. All right, and so the last thing we need to do is to actually make our drawer bottoms for all 5 of our drawers here. So it's going to be a very simple frame and panel design. I'm going to start working on this stuff and really not put too much mind to it because it's going to be a very simple, straightforward thing. The exact same as you've seen me do frame and panel on literally everything else. So in the future, I'm going to be doing a video that's a little bit more detailed on how I actually do the drawer bottoms here. But for this one, all it's going to be is going to be 4 pieces that make up a frame that are going to be sized so that they fit in the groove and show the exact same width on the inside. And so it's actually a pretty simple calculation. I know for on the front and the sides, I want 2.5 inches exposed, so I'm just gonna add 1/4 inch to fill up my groove that I put in the sides. For the back piece, I'm going to go with 2.5 inches plus the 5/8 of an inch that I have the back piece, which is the full thickness because that piece ends up going over the whole back. And so by doing it that way, instead of just doing 4 pieces that are the exact same width, you'll get a much more consistent looking bottom panel. It won't look lopsided on one end or the other. So that's just a better way of working in general because, yeah, it just looks good. And so one of the important things to remember when you're making a piece like this, I know that this piece is going to be going in a nursery. It's going to end up in a little kid's room for the rest of its life. It's not going to be a piece of furniture that anyone's really going to appreciate. But for me, I appreciate being able to work on it. It's just a fun thing for me to do. It's a fun way to, give a gift to my nephew for the future if he doesn't destroy this thing.